I've been treating dogs since 2011, and I've seen a lot of injuries, which has turned me into a bit of a helicopter mom. So I'm going to share a couple activities I think you should be careful or aware of. First is jumping in and out of tall vehicles, 4x4s, SUVs, trucks. Jumping in isn't quite as hard on them, but jumping out is really hard on their shoulders and their mid-back. So I would encourage you to help them on the way down. Next up is going to be very unpopular with a lot of folks, Frisbee and ball time. I've seen a ton of shoulder and knee CCL or ACL injuries in dogs from aggressive Frisbee and ball sessions. I realize some folks just absolutely love it and your dog loves it, so here's some suggestions to make it a little more safe. First is make sure your dog's warmed up before you pull the chuck it out and start throwing it. I see folks show up at the dog park and they literally take the chuck it out first, let their dog out and throw it immediately. They need a warm up period. Second is if you are throwing it as hard and as fast as you can, they're gonna go as hard and fast as they can. When we see injuries is when they hit full speed and then they try to decelerate quickly. So if you can bring the tempo down a little bit, they'll bring the tempo down and we see less injuries. Next up, be careful on wet river cobble. Dogs slip and slide just like we do. And I've seen a lot of torn CCLs from slipping on wet river rock, especially jumping out of rafts. So if your dog's gonna jump out of the raft, look for a safe landing zone. I prefer a sandy beach. Next to deep snow and biking. I always tell people, if you're gonna take your dog for a bike or a ski, that should be for them and not for you. They're different activities. So easy biking, great. Aggressive mountain biking, too hard for them, too hard for their shoulders. Skiing, great to go cross country skiing, pack trail, awesome. Maybe a little bit of time on a single track, great. Depending on how athletic your dog is, awesome. If it's really deep snow and they're punching through a bunch, you might want to bring them back to the single track. Once we start talking about touring, doing stuff like Bridger early season or big day ski tours, it's actually really hard on them. If you think about coming downhill, you're on skis and you're floating, the dog is running down and their paws are reaching to find the bottom and it changes. Sometimes the bottom is quicker than they expect and they jar their shoulder. Sometimes it's farther away than they expect. So I see a lot of wrist and shoulder issues with big ski tours. So there's some ideas on how to maybe be a little bit of a helicopter mom, keep your dog safe, improve their longevity being a mountain dog, but still have fun.